Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Classroom Reef. I'm Michael, and it's been a long time since I've talked about our aquarium lab here. Well, we're in a middle school in Coquitlam, British Columbia, so that's a suburb of Vancouver, and we've been working over the last couple of years to build an aqua lab here in the classroom, because yes, this is a classroom, just a regular ordinary classroom, but we've decided to do something pretty special here, and we've decided to put in a reef here. In fact, we have a complete reef program here. This is our 6-foot aquarium that we just got. Now, if you've seen my other videos, I put a video out about, that's probably almost 2 years ago. A lot of things have changed. We're actually in a different classroom, and I had the intent of, putting out lots of videos, maybe a video every week, but wouldn't you know it, COVID came and changed everything on us, and the whole entire aqua lab had to be taken apart, taken home while I was teaching from home. And then when I came back, I decided to get an upgrade, and so we upgraded a 100-gallon tank to this 200, and I believe this 220, 230-gallon tank. And then we added on a few tanks off to the side. This is our frag tank. This is an Innovative Marine 25 Lagoon. It's got all their frags. Oh, I gotta clean that glass. Forgot to do that. And then we've got kind of a throw-all tank as well. This is our throw-all tank. As you can see, we have a lot of bubble tip anemones, so as they've been multiplying in the big tank, I've been throwing them in here, and this is kind of a catch-all of all different corals that really don't have a home. And yeah, some of it's a little angry right now because I just did some vacuuming of the sand, so it's not looking 100% right now, but it's not looking too bad. We've got a rather grumpy Ghani right there who didn't like being poked with. But on the most part, things are going really well with our aquarium program here. Show you some of the other stuff that we have in our tank here. So we've got I guess some candy cane or trumpet corals, however you want to call it. We've got a flower petal monty up here that's growing a lot. I've got tons of frags of that. We've got I believe that is a bird of paradise up there. Pocillopora, purple Pocillopora. We've got Duncans here. We've got some Kenyan tree, some deep water acro there, I don't know what it is, and bird's nest. Big finger leather here. This one's been growing huge. This is, I don't know, when it's, like I said, it's a little angry right now, but it usually gets to be about 2 feet across. We've got some hammers down here. We got our Galaxia coral there. We've got some acans here. Some more Monties up on top here. Meteor shower. Hey, what's a reef tank without some star polyp there? We've got some Lobos here as well. What else we got here in this tank here? Some frog spawn, some more trumpet corals in there. Oh yes, my lovely elegance coral here. I've been wanting one of these forever, and this guy is just looking so good. Been so happy about that. What do we got? Trying some acros. Pretty new to aquariums. I've been doing this for about 3 years, and as you can see, that purple clove polyp got in there, but I think it looks good. I don't know how it's gonna interact with the corals, but I think it looks nice. We got some pink bird's nest there. We've got, I guess it's some kind of staghorn of some sort. I believe, if anybody knows what that is, I think it might be a Cali tort or an Oregon tort, something like that. We got some elkhorn montipora there. There's our big bubble tip anemone. And so really just a lot of beginner corals here. We're wanting to try some more challenging stuff, but you know, baby steps. But as you see, the tank is really starting to fill out really nicely, kind of running out of space. So we have a big toadstool there. Used to have two, but they take up so much space. I decided to get rid of one of them and send it to a friend. So that's the big tank here. I'm gonna go over here and we'll take a look at our throw wall tank a little bit more. What do we got in this one here? Well, besides those bubble tips, we've got some Jedi Mind Trick in there, nice and green. Couple Zoas. We got a nice Lobo in there. Another pink purple Lobo in here. Just some other things that I've been kind of throwing in and I don't have a home for, so this is where we put it. Lots of bird's nests, so you know. Oh yeah, we got some Hollywood Stunner in there. We had a nice piece over in the other tank as well, and lots of cuttings of that flower petal Monty. And then besides those tanks here, the big one and the two small ones, we have this other tank over here. This is kind of the, I don't know what's going on with this one. Kind of set it up. It's kind of a new hospital tank right now for a couple little things. So originally I wanted to set this one up just a place to put GSP and Kenya tree, because I'm not really a huge fan of those and they kind of go crazy. And then I was like, well, let's put some Bengal cardinals in there and see if we can get them spawning. So we'll see how that goes. And then I've got my big spiny urchin in here as well, because he has a liking for some of my corals that I do like in the big tank, so I took him out. And then the only other guy I have in here is, you can see there's a tail of him, but I actually have two of these, well, let's see if I can get a better shot of them, of these engineer gobies. Not really a goby, but that's what they call them. Also, convict blenny is another name for them. I got a second one in here, and they're both full grown. They're a couple feet tall, a couple feet long, I should say. I don't know if a fish could be tall, I guess. But oh, he had his head poking out there a few minutes ago, but he's in hiding. Maybe he'll come out later. But I have another one in the other tank there, and he hasn't been eating so well, so I put him in that tank just so I can feed him directly, and so he can get fattened up, and then once he's feeling better, I'll put him back in here. What do we got for fish here? So we got a bunch of clowns here. So we've got 3 in this tank, and we've got 2 larger ones. These ones here, I'm hoping they'll start mating. I've got a nice big female there, and then there's the male right there. We'll see. I don't know. They haven't started mating yet. They've been here for, well, probably about 6 months, but we'll see how that goes. Got a couple more clowns in here, and no mating going on in here. Got a couple damsels in here. We got my Tamini Tang over there. It's kind of hiding. And then we got our big Nassau Tang. We've had this Nassau Tang for a number of years now, and a bit of a rock star in the tank. We got our sailfin tang over there. We have our chocolate tang, also known as a mimic tang. When they're young, they look almost exactly the same as a lemon peel angel. So kind of a mimicking that. What else we got in here? We've got Mr. Grumps there. That's our humbug damsel there, or 4-line damsel. Super grumpy, gets mad at everybody. Kind of very territorial. We got a couple other these little damsels in here. If anybody's leery about getting damsels, I don't know what these ones are called. They've got these yellow heads on them, but they're actually really quite peaceful, and I've got 2 of them in here, and they kind of play around together, so I really like those, so I would definitely recommend those kind of damsels. Where is he? There he is. Maybe get a good look. What else have I got in this tank here as far as fish? There is a lawnmower blenny somewhere in here. Don't know where he is. He's pretty small, but he is in here somewhere. And I think that's it. Oh, and there we go. There's my, you know, I say that I've been keeping reef tanks for only a few years, and which is true, but I've had saltwater tanks for, well, long time, probably over 20 years for sure, and that's my first fish right there. There's a tomato clown there, and he's been with me for well over 20 years, so yeah, you know, he's an old man and still kicking. It's amazing how long these fish live for. So yeah, if you want to make a long investment, go for the tomato clowns. They last, they live forever. And so anyways, I don't name my fish. They don't have names. They are what they are. But you know, I get attached to them. They're fun to watch. Enjoy them, and on the most part, you know, this tank is wonderful for the kids, right? That's what it's all about. You know, my thought about why I did this in the classroom is because, you know, the reefs in the real world are starting to look pretty sad, and every time I go diving on holidays, I'm more and more disappointed, and I really want the kids to get a chance to see what a real reef should look like. And so there's my favorite view. We're looking all the way down the tank there, and I think it's coming along all right. So that's our reef tank that we've got here. As far as some future plans, well, if I back up a little bit, we've got some space here. So we've got 1 tank, 2 tank, 3 tanks, 4 tanks, and a big open space here. So this big open space here is just dying for a frag tank. And so I think we'll put a larger frag tank in here, because our other frag tank, the Innovative 25, is getting a little bit small. It's pretty full, and I need to take some of our corals down to the aquarium shop, the local one here, and see if I can trade some in. We do have 1 more tank here. This is our salmon hatching tank. So there's nothing in it right now, but we just set it up right after the winter holidays. When we come back in January, we will get 55 chum salmon eggs, and they will go into this tank, and we do have a chilling system for this one, and we lower down the temperature to about 5-6 degrees, and then keep them in there, and they mature, and then they'll eventually hatch into some alevin, and then we watch them grow all the way up to being little salmon that we release as a group into one of the local streams here. Yeah, when they grow up to be fry. So this is our program here. So what's my plan? My plan really is to do what I really wanted to do when I first started this and put a couple videos up. Is I want to do a video a week. So that's my plan, and they're not going to be scripted. I'll probably write down a couple things that I want to talk about, but no scripting, no editing, 1 shot, and that's what it is. And maybe some people are interested and want to come along with the adventure of you know, setting up an aqua lab here, and learning more about aquariums and kind of the pitfalls and troubles that I'm having and whatnot, and some of the add-ons and whatnot that we're planning on doing over the next little bit. So I think that's it from us here at the Classroom Reef, and we'll see you next time.